Welcome back to the USCA Midwest Regional American Rules Croquet Tournament held in LaFortune Park in Tulsa, Oklahoma, Labor Day weekend 2023. Tournament director is Matt Baird. Tournament manager, with the help of the entire club, is Bob Baker. And these two have been running this tournament for what feels like forever. I'm doing the video and commentary. Thanks again to our sponsors, Chris Barley and Stuart Price, and of course to the United States Croquet Association, and to Don Oakley and his Croquet store, which provides sponsorship now and equipment for everybody from beginner to world champion. And now the championship final. Conner Helms at -1.5 from the Scissortail Croquet Club in Oklahoma City. And wouldn't you know, there's a scissortail flycatcher up in the sky. It's the state bird of Oklahoma. I know you really wanted to know that.
Nice.
What are you using these for?
We're not telling.
Extortion. Extortion.
Conner Helms is also your defending champion in the Midwest Regional.
He took the bait. Got the money, honey. Took the bait.
I'm not sure what he meant by took the bait.
All right, play well.
Probably because John may have won the toss and elected red. I don't know. We're on court 3, facing north by the compass as well as by croquet coordinates. And the courts are running at about 11 plumbers. I should mention that Brian Hovis is actually on the camera for this game. I'm over videoing the kids golf croquet event on court 1.
George?
Conner's opponent is John Brown from the Houston Croquet Club and his doubles partner. John's also the district president for the state of Texas and may be putting on this tournament for us in Houston next year. Interesting, the classic Chernobyl is performed by red and yellow, keeping yellow out, and red does what black just did. But does this mean he's threatening to attack red and yellow if they join up in corner 1? Conner likes to attack.
No. Reverse movie.
And smelling a rat, John decides to keep yellow out. He put it on the approach line to the hoop, which Robert Fulford says not to do, but not to underestimate Conner, but the chance that he's going to run a 2-ball break and knock yellow out of position when he makes 2 back is reasonably small. John would love to throw red out there past hoop 1 so yellow can pick it up and go for hoop 2 when it comes in, but black is sitting on the south boundary, so unless red got wired from black by hoop 1, that wouldn't work.
Blue to shit, Connor.
You can see the rollout toward the golf course is pretty consistent on all 4 of these courts at this point. Oh my goodness, that must have been a shank. There's absolutely no reason to do that. And he couldn't blame it on trying to cut it because it went on the other side of the ball. Now he can put red out there for yellow and a 3-ball break, unless black hits blue. If John plays perfectly, this game is over. Break to the peg, unhittable leave, finish with red. This is a matter of personal preference. He could just send red to 3, pick up black after he makes 2, and then have a 4-ball break. He's going to leave red out of harm's way and run a 3-ball break for a lot of hoops before he picks up red. So it won't be a two-turn victory for John Brown. Our casts today are both human, and this game will in fact be interesting because of it.
I stepped on it.
Huh?
Put it out that far. I stepped on it really hard.
Yeah.
He's making a joke about stepping hard on an opponent ball when you bring it in as a courtesy so that you can make it easier to pick up when you come back around. He's making a joke, but it's not always a joke. Keep your eye on your opponent when they're helping you out. He wasn't shooting at black. He's going to corner 4 because yellow's for hoop 4 and still alive on red.
What's that? Stick around. I think I'm gonna bug her out of here. Come on.
He's played Conner before. He wanted yellow all the way out of bounds. I don't know how much AC Conner's played, but he attacks like he's playing AC. Like the balls he's going after are a yard off the boundary, and there's no penalty for knocking him out of bounds. In AC, you aim a little bit off to the side of a pair of balls you're attacking to give yourself a double target when you get there. In American rules, you do it so you have an oblique shot on the ball you want to pick up off the string, so you don't have to hit it at 90 degrees to the boundary, and you're less likely to knock it out. Conner's responsible for the position of red in corner 4, so he's checking to make sure it can see black because he doesn't know what's going to happen to yellow and blue, and he doesn't want to get a break set up for black and then have red reap the benefit with a wiring lift. Black should be able to do something with that. Black's clean, so the only question is when does he pick up red off the boundary, before or after the hoop? I would vote for right now, but because everything slopes toward the golf course on these courts, that is a somewhat treacherous pickup, and he may want to wait till he has a rush to it before he tries to pick up red. A very small handful of top players in American rules want the rules changed because for them, whoever gets the first break wins. It's get a break, set a leave, and finish. For the rest of us, though, the hoops provide plenty of interactivity. If you've been paying any attention at all, you know what I'm going to say next. He should leave yellow as an escape ball, get on the other side of hoop 3, pop black into the hoop, and then do an Irish peel, sending black to pioneer position in hoop 4 and using yellow after red comes through the hoop. Either John hasn't been paying any attention to me, or he thinks it's a little too dicey to try to nudge black into peeling position. Everybody has a distance from the hoop beyond which they're reluctant to try an Irish peel. The risk, of course, is that even if you get the peel, if red bounces off, then black is now clean and has a field day with red and yellow sitting there. And with all due respect to a -1.5, a little tiny stop shot would have worked a lot better there. You don't have to put roll on red in that situation. Not that it's likely to do much good, but I'm assuming John called first block so that if black stuffs the hoop, then red is live on it at the beginning of his next turn. Looks like yellow's wired from red by both blue on the boundary and probably by hoop 3, but he's responsible for his own position, so he doesn't get a lift. Yellow's dead on opponent, so black could just leave a rush for blue to hoop 3. But both yellow and red are dead on black, so he's going to go over there to keep them from joining up. But actually, all red and yellow are going to do is join up in corner 4. So it's not really as productive as it ordinarily might be. And now he's either practicing or trying to entice red to get 3-ball dead. Or that. I don't think he expected to make that Croquet. I'm not sure what he's checking here. Red is dead on black, so you can't claim a wire in that on a ball you're dead on. He can't be looking to see that black has a shot on red. I'll have to get him to explain that one to me. Holy cow, the high wire act continues. After that turn, John must just be shaking his head. His only hope is regression to the mean.
That's a beauty, Conner.
I'm watching the Super Bowl while I do this. What's the spread on Conner Helms getting to -3 in the next year? I know, Dilley, you got to get a life, man. And part of exemplary play is not taking stupid chances. So rushing blue to 2 back's pretty dicey, so let's not get dead on it.
Clearing red. Clearing red.
Black's dead on red, but black has a rush to its hoop at 2 back. Is he going to regret that?
It's crazy, isn't it?
And you see this is a no-brainer. You hit a nice full stroke and knock everything out of bounds and keep going. In American rules, there's at least cause for pause. He has to shoot somewhat under control, and if he misses, then red sets a break for yellow that could win the game, and blue can't do a thing about it because it's 3-ball dead.
I want to help him with his
Six ball dead's usually the kiss of death. I think there's in the range of 15 minutes left, and he's up by 7. Is it enough? Three ball break to the peg gives him a 2-point lead. Of course, he could tie up with 3 hoops by yellow and then 4 by red, but he'd have to go get black to do that. So.
appreciate it, Bill. Absolutely. I know very good. Got water.
So we made up some ground, started at 4, finished at 2 back. Got a little deadness, and Conner gets to clear something, but progress. A lot of times he'd clear black, so blue could join and black could then make some progress, but blue can make more hoops, and more importantly, blue has a shot.
Clear blue. What? Clear blue. Clear blue.
What you looking at? What you looking at? What's the time?
3:15.
Thank you.
One guess what happens next.
Go ball.
at 1 minute, 10 seconds. I won't call again at 1. Yellow.
Time out. You're not wired on that one.
He's just messing with us. He didn't want to hit that. There was too much pace on that blue ball. But had black stayed in, he could have done some damage to red and yellow, but that would have made him 3-ball dead again, 6-ball dead. He might not have done it. You'll notice she didn't say black is first ball in last turns. Fred Jones was adamant that the rule book doesn't require that and you shouldn't do it. It has, however, become custom, supported by no less a croquet dignitary than Bob Kroger, to make that announcement. Most championship flight players would have asked her which ball is first and last because she could have been withholding that announcement because the clock went off in the middle of his swing on red. They are about to get it mixed up, and it generates a real conundrum. And now the conundrum. John thinks his attempt to hit black with yellow is his last shot. But black was first and last turns, so blue and red still have turns. Conner thinks this is the last shot. They think it's over.
Wait. Red has a turn. Blue has a turn and red has a turn.
Black was first. Black was first ball.
Black was first.
That was an intervention by the board keeper and everybody else under the tent. But nowhere on this list of acceptable interventions is what just happened. A good analogy is everybody knows that you don't intervene to remind a player that he's about to forget his one-back clearance. If they shake hands thinking the game is over, then the game is over. And John Brown, by not recognizing that he had another turn, just gave up the chance to take that other turn. I hope this generates a discussion in the comments section. Having the board keeper announce first ball and last turn would solve a lot of this, and I've discussed it with Rich Curtis, and the Rules Committee is going to think about it. Tell us what you think. Of course, nobody wants the championship decided because the players didn't think to clarify the situation. So let's see what John Brown can do with his stay of execution. In the jaws of 3, 2 balls in corner 4, He gets through 6, he ties.
Good. Nice shot.
Couldn't have done it better myself.
That's what I don't like is the things that makes you recorders because you can't tell how windy it is.
Nice shot.
There you go.
So close. Conner Helms with absolutely exemplary play. Takes John Brown by 2 hoops and defends his USCA Midwest Regional U.S. Rules Croquet Championship. So give us a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Thanks again to our sponsors, Stuart Price and Chris Barley, the USCA, and Don Oakley's Croquet Store.